Hey, boys and girls, give yourself a pat on the back because this is your last flip video. Last time I checked, there were over 120 flip videos, so you have watched 120 flip videos and gotten that much smarter for it. Tonight's video is going to review equality and associative property, which we reviewed in class. So we're going to skip the me doing them, and we're going to jump right into the you doing them, and then I'll check them, and then I'll give you your bring back to school problem. But awesome job, you guys have done wonderful with flipping. So this is your very last video, so let's make it a great one. So for what I mean by equality is when you have a bunch of expressions like this and you have to figure out which ones are true. You know how to do it. You more or less just solve both sides. So at this point, please pause your video and you'll work through it, and then I'll work through it as well. Alright, so hopefully by this point you've had enough time to work through it. So you really just solve both sides. So 6 times 3 is 18, times 2 would give me 36, and 18 plus 18 is 36, so that one's true. We know we need to keep going because sometimes there's more than one answer. 15 minus 3 would give me 12. 12 plus 2 would give me 14. Plus 1 would give me 15. So that one is not true. 4 plus 8 would give me 12. Plus 6 would give me 18. 3 times 3 would give me 9. 9 times 2 gives me 18. So you see right there, I have 2 correct answers now. So that's why it's always important to solve them all. 4 times 0 is 0. 0 times 2 is still 0. Big mistake some students make, like we talked about in class, is sometimes they see that 0 and they just skip it. So if they skip that 0, it would be 4 times 2, which would give you 8. And then if you do 16 divided by 2, that would give you 8. But we know this is incorrect because that 0 makes that become your final answer become a 0 there. So we had 2 correct answers there, A and C. Here's your next one. It's talking about associative property of addition. You know what associative property is. Pause the video and solve it. Alright, so let's check this first one. So with associative, what I'm looking for is that the numbers stay the same. The numbers are in the same place. And that the parentheses have moved, either back to front or front to back. So this first one, oh, and I'm also looking that my signs stay the same. So I'm looking for associative property of addition, so I'll be looking for plus signs. So the numbers, I see a 5, 6, 7, I see a 6, 5, 7. So while my numbers are the same, they're not in the same place, so that is not associative property. So I see 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, so far so good. But my big issue here is this is a multiplication symbol. So that's not associative property of addition. That is associative property of multiplication. 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. Okay, same number, same order. It appears I do have plus signs. Good. My parentheses were in the back and then they move forward. So it meets all the criteria. Check my last one. 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. Okay, good. I see plus signs there. But I've got a multiplication sign there. Even though the parentheses did move properly, that one multiplication symbol makes it not associative property of addition. So that is why that one's incorrect. So my only correct answer there was C. And this brings us to our final problem, our bring back to school problem, and your final bring back to school problem for the entire year. So I've got 2 problems for you here. I want which of the following are not true, and then I want you to create the other side for the associative property of multiplication. So I've given you one side, and on this line here, I want you to put the other side. Here you got to check, figure out which ones are not true. But that wraps it up for the year in flip videos. So you guys have done an incredible job. Solve these 2 problems. Let's finish out strong, and I'll see you in the morning.